An average chess player makes around 3 to 4 blunders per game. A beginner makes somewhere around 5 to 6, and someone who doesn't even know how to play chess makes around 9 blunders per game. Now, although I completely made up those statistics, I think I just got the world record for the most blunders in a single game. Without losing, also. I did not lose the game. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, he probably got 9, 10, maybe 15 blunders at most. Yeah, I got 26.
All right, again, let me warn you, this game causes negative IQ happenstances. So we start off with e4, e5, the two only normal sequence of moves in this whole entire gameplay that you will witness today. Because next, king e2, the first of many blunders in my conquest of the blunder record. Next, he develops his knight. Okay, he's playing normally. I develop mine. He pushes the center. And at this point, there's many things I could do, but I take the pawn. Now, he does a pretty good move, I would say, in my professional chess opinion. He goes bishop g4 check. Now, I could block with the pawn. I could even block with the knight if I was that daring an individual. But instead, I'm like, you know what? I got to get my blunder count higher. It's like 4 moves, and I've only made like maybe 1 or 2 blunders. So I move my king, all right? And at this point, he could take the free queen, but he chooses to take the pawn first with his knight. Now, that's fine with me, since my queen is still alive. So I just take back. Pretty simple gameplay here. And then he takes my queen. Now, usually losing a queen causes very severe depression, but in this case, I'm pretty happy. My blunder has been accepted by Axer de how do you pronounce that name? Now, here he could take my knight with his queen, but instead he chooses to go... yeah, I forgot about that. I did d3 first. All right, after that, he can take my knight with his queen. Instead, he chooses to go queen g5 check. Now, he probably sees an ultimate mating pattern here that even the computer doesn't see, but I don't see it, so I just blunder further and go king e4. Now, here it is mate in 5. Again, for his rating, it's probably a little hard to see, but he moved his queen here for a reason, right? And that reason may be so we can move a pawn to check. He could check with his queen again, maybe. The point is, I think he's going to keep on attacking and just at least put me in check again, as like a normal person would think, right? Instead, he goes bishop captures c2. Now, to anyone in their right mind, this might seem like a blunder, because I think it is. So I can take his queen right now. I also have this move with my knight. He just kind of lost the game here, as they would say. So I take the queen. I'm trying to survive for the long run so I can make more blunders. So not taking his queen would obviously be a blunder, but that's a little short-sighted in my opinion, so I'd take the queen. He goes here, totally giving me a free rook. If I just move my knight here, not there. As we can see, that is a fork moment. I don't think he sees that. So I don't do that. Instead, I sacrifice my rook, because remember, I'm trying to get my blunder count higher, okay? So I think he would take the rook. I mean, he's attacking my knight and my rook here, but you never know with these 500 players. What do you think he does? Make your predictions. He takes my knight. All right, pretty logical move. I take the pawn with my king, pushing my king farther, just trying to, I'm just developing my king is the important thing. He moves his knight out check. All right, pretty logical. He hasn't taken my rook yet, but he will. All right, he's getting to that. Just be patient. I take another pawn with my king, just to keep on developing my king, and I actually am winning by 1 point here, in material, not positionally. I'm losing miserably. Yeah, so that's not good. He moves his rook out. I don't know what that was for. Nothing was attacking his knight here. Like, it's defended by the pawn. I don't know what that move was. I don't know what that accomplished in his life, and he could have still taken my rook. Now, do I move my rook to safety? No, I develop my knight. That's probably another blunder on the blunder counter also. So he can still take my rook. And yeah, I still don't know what that rook move was also. That is a mystery. Top 10 mysteries of mankind. All right, he develops. He actually doesn't develop anything. He just attacks my bishop here. Now, I could move my bishop to safety. I could move my rook to safety. I could put him in check and then move my bishop to safety. But remember, we're trying to get blunders here. G4. And that move does basically nothing. It doesn't even really develop my bishop since it can't really go anywhere. Remember, he just moved his pawn here to attack my bishop, which means he should take my bishop. But does he? No. He moves his knight b4 check. Now this guy's gameplay is a little all over the place, more unstable than a homeless man on bath salts and birth control, I would say. Now he can't take this pawn next move. I don't know what his mind, where his mind is at this point though. So I just move my king back. He goes rook check. All right, he's trying to find a mate, I think. I'm not sure. I move my king over, and then he takes my rook. So in the middle of this check little scenario, these few checks, I think he's trying to look for a checkmate, but he just gives up and takes my rook. Who knows, all right? I just developed my bishop g2, pretty simplistic moves here, and I'm also attacking his bishop. Now, I don't think you'll see this, and he doesn't. He takes the pawn with his rook. So I don't take his bishop. I move my knight back to attack his rook. Yeah, that was definitely a blunder, and my blunder counter is going very high right now. So I'm pretty happy with this game so far. As long as he doesn't checkmate me in the next 5 moves, I should have the world record for most blunders in a game, I think. I don't know the official record. However, he goes king f7. Now, what this accomplishes, I don't know. Like maybe he's trying to get it out of the way so his rook could come over here, but he hasn't moved even his bishop yet, so I don't know why he does this now. He doesn't realize his rook is being attacked. I really have no idea what's going on inside his mind. He might have to be investigated by the government in the future days. But anyway, I take the rook, free rook, kind of, not really, but I take it because rook is more than knight. So I'm like, okay, positive elixir trade, very good. So he doesn't take back with the knight or the bishop. Okay, these arrows are a little autistic. And he gives a pawn check, which I just take, I believe. Yeah, I just take the pawn. And now my knight can't be taken by 2 different pieces. Will he take it? Yes, he takes it. All right, good job, buddy. Probably his first good move since the opening. Anyway, I go king over here, a5, king a5, you know, trying to find some safe place to hide away so I could blunder more pieces. Again, my bishop here still can be taken. I don't know if you forgot about that. I think I probably forgot about that anyway, but he goes bishop d6. I don't know what this accomplishes. I mean, maybe it's so we could free up his rook to come over here. I mean, who really knows? Like, if he went over one more square, he could be attacking his pawn. But who knows what he has in store? He might be planning some great checkmate plan. Anyway, I go here, sacrificing my bishop to his knight. And hopefully, he obviously sees he's in check, but hopefully he takes it with his knight, I'm thinking. But he doesn't. He moves his king. Again, my bishop can be taken now 2 ways, and my other bishop's being attacked. All my pieces are hanging, basically, except my rook, which is just safely hidden away in this corner. I go a3. He goes rook over to b8. Which, again, he doesn't protect his knight. This move does not protect his knight. I can still take it with a pawn. All right. I don't know what this does. He could have taken my bishop and my other bishop, but he goes rook b8. Truly a mystery that no one will understand. I move my bishop down here. So anyway, he goes rook b5 check. I'm a little scared right now. Like, maybe he might checkmate me, but I just go down. He takes my bishop finally. He could have taken that so many turns ago with his knight, which was being attacked by pawns. So we could have saved his knight and taken my bishop, but he doesn't. Okay, he takes it with a rook. And I'm like, whoa, there's no more mate in 5, mate in 6 threats now, so I take his knight, so I don't get checkmated in the future moves. And I think he takes back. Oh, no, he doesn't. All right, yeah, he could have taken back, obviously, but he chooses not to. He goes a rook down, and again, I don't know what this does. Like, he's not going to take with the rook, obviously, because I take it with the pawn. He's not going to take with the bishop, or else why wouldn't he just have done that earlier? But anyway, I move my rook over here. So if he does take with his rook, I could take back and then get the free bishop, hopefully. And he moves his bishop. I think this is one of his third decent move of the game, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, he attacks my king and my rook. King goes up. He takes my rook. All right, good job. He didn't forget about taking the rook. I move my bishop here to attack his rook. And then check with the bishop. King a6. And then, okay, he moves his rook out of harm's way. Now he's playing a little better here, I do admit. But let's see. King a7, rook b6, a4. He puts me in check. Now, he does sacrifice his rook completely here. Just throws it off the cliff without a bungee cord attached. Like, this move was, okay, maybe he's going to move his bishop here and do some weird shenanigans over here. But, yeah, he just sacrifices a rook. I don't know. He's only winning by 1 point in material now. It's truly just a lost cause for him. He goes rook e2. Who knows what that does? All right, he might. Do people just make random moves at this elo? If any of you are this elo, comment below the reason why you make these moves, because it's one of the greatest mysteries, 7 wonders of the ancient world, in my opinion. So I just push this pawn, still letting him take this one, by the way. And then he finally takes it. He's like, oh, this pawn moved, which means this one's not defended, even though it wasn't before. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, he takes a pawn. I'm like, okay, maybe I could get this pawn to the end if I'm lucky, right? And then promote to like a knight or something so I could get another blunder. But no, he goes bishop here, and then I'm like, all right, I'm getting this pawn to the end no matter what it costs me, my life, liberty, or pursuit of happiness, it's going to get to the end. So he's like, oh, maybe I should push my pawn to the end also. I'm one square away from the end. He moves his bishop to defend. I'm like, uh-oh, I can't get this pawn to the end. So I'm like, maybe I'll get my other pawn to the end. He's still pushing his pawns. I move my king across to make space for this guy to go all the way to the promised land. He takes my last pawn with his bishop. We go b5, f4, blocking this bishop from attacking any of this, which is fine with me. We go b6, bishop e2 check. Good move by him, I would say. I move my bishop down, king down. He protects these squares. I move my king back, maybe hoping for a draw here, but he does not give that to me. Bishop d1. And I'm pushing my pawn one square away, and he sacrifices his bishop. He actually ends up sacrificing both bishops for both my pawns, which I think was a good move by him, actually. So he sacrifices both of his bishops for the greater good, because he has 3 pawns. There's no way my one bishop and king is stopping this, right? I mean, he's going to get to the end. He's going to promote to a queen and checkmate me here in the next few moves. Boom. Pawn down. I defend with my bishop, so we can't push a square farther. He goes a square farther anyway. Yeah. What exactly? I take it. I could take this, but remember, I need my blunder counter to go up. So I just let it slide. I still could take it, but I don't. I still could take it, but I don't. And yeah, he's getting closer and closer to the end. Pawn down. Now here, I could obviously take the pawn and then take this and have a draw, but I think I still have room for more blunders. So I move my bishop back to attack this pawn, and I could probably survive a long time if he has a queen and I have a bishop. I mean, normally I wouldn't be able to, but with this guy, he's a special gamer over here, all right? So he promotes to queen. I don't take the pawn, all right? I put him in check, hopefully increase my blunder counter. King back. I do take the pawn because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to risk getting checkmated here. He has 9 seconds, by the way, so I have very small hope that he's about to checkmate me. And then comes a sequence of a bunch of just random moves. He ends up like almost never moving his queen over here, by the way. Just look at these sequence of moves. He has 9 seconds, so I'm basically pre-moving everything, and he's just trying to survive here. Yeah, here's a sequence of moves. King just all over the place. Bishop going in circles. His queen is doing nothing over there, by the way. Just spectating, watching this game. 88 moves so far. We're still going. And then it's finally a draw. I forgot if it was due to repetition or 50 move rule. Probably by repetition. 26 blunders. I didn't even lose the game. If any of you can beat that, post it on your channel and comment below, and then I'll try to beat it again. Alright, if you like these videos, subscribe, or I will come to your house and build a statue of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in your driveway. Alright, goodbye.